Adriana Diaz is in Flint, Michigan. Adriana, at this point, the alarms have been sounded. Every level of government realizes that the ball has been dropped and something needs to be done. So what does the city's mayor think she's going to accomplish by heading to Washington today?
The city's mayor is going to Washington to speak to officials about trying to get more federal funds here in Flint. Even though President Obama, and I want to just let you know that the fire department is checking the fire truck to make sure it works. So that's what you're hearing over there. But even though the president declared a federal emergency on Saturday, that only unlocks $5 million for Flint. Flint needs at least $55 million just for initial repairs of its pipe system. So the mayor is going to D.C. She's hoping to get a natural disaster declaration. But of course, this wasn't a natural disaster, which is why President Obama denied that request from the governor on Saturday. But she's hoping to get more funds however she can. Congress does have the power to issue more money for Flint, bypassing that disaster declaration. So she's hoping to try to get some of those funds to help the city.
Adriana, what's next for the people who live in Flint?
Well, it's a really desperate situation. Residents are coming to places like this National Guard distribution center housed in a firehouse to pick up bottled water. People get one case per family, per location, so there's really rationing going on. But residents are looking at legal avenues as well. Today, 2 class action lawsuits are being announced. One at the state level, naming the governor and other state agencies. The other is at the county level. So folks are really looking at any way to try to resolve this problem in the short term by getting water, in the long term by trying to get some kind of answer, some response, some financial settlement from the governor and the other agencies involved at the different levels of government. But these 2 class action lawsuits today are actually part of a larger group. There are 4 total now that have been filed. Some of the residents are plaintiffs in in multiple suits.
Well, we know lead is a toxin. There are long-term health implications, but at least right now, like you said, they're rationing bottled water. How long are they going to be dependent on this bottled water? When will the water be safe?
That's what everyone wants to know. How long are they going to have to live off of water, get filters like this one to try to do something to feel better about cooking with the water that comes out of taps? Officials say people can bathe in the water, but they cannot drink it. So they're depending on this. And they really don't know how long this temporary fix will have to last. There are a few things in the works to try to fix this and resolve it as best as it can be resolved. One is that there is a pipeline that is currently being built that has 17 miles to go to Lake Huron to be Flint's new water source. That was always in the works. And so what happened was when Flint was switching from Detroit water to the plan to build this pipeline to go to Lake Huron water, they went into their own river for water as a temporary solution. But that water wasn't properly treated, which is why we had the lead problem we have today. But thankfully, the pipe is still being built as it was originally planned. So hopefully that'll be completed soon. We don't have a timeline for that yet. But really, the city and residents and the mayor and the governor say that what this city needs most is an upgrade, a repair of its water system, because the corrosion of those pipes still exists, even though Flint is no longer depending on its river water. It went back to that Detroit water in October, but those pipes are still corroded, still leaching chemicals into the water, and it's still not safe to drink.
Right. Adriana Diaz in Flint, Michigan. Thanks a lot, Adriana.